So I don't have time to watch a lot of movies, but I knew I wanted to see this, and the main trailer was, he's like, the movie's basically it is a journalist movie. So if you are expecting more than this, you might be disappointed. It is a movie about journalists. Yes, it is a movie about California and Texas seceding from the Union and then going on an offense against DC. Yes, it is, but it is not what you think it is. They're not going to tell you the reason why. You're going to have to figure it out in certain clues in the movie. It is Kirsten Dunst from she's the lead from Interview with the Vampire, the young female vampire. Kaylee Spaney, who's Jesse, she's a young journalist that's up and coming, and Maura Wagner, he's a journalist. And where is the this gentleman here, Stephen McKinley, he's an older journalist that he's pretty much on his way out. He's old, and they're covering all these dangerous hotspots all across America for different news organizations. And one thing that we don't get is one thing we don't get is we don't get how many journalists die. I looked it up over the years. There's hundreds of journalists all over the world that are dying in these hotspots. There are hundreds of journalists that are covering all these different civil wars and coups and insurrections and drone strikes. And it's showing you that Kirsten Dunst, like, she's older. She's been at it for a couple of years and she has her PTSD. Like, we never think about it. Like, they are soldiers, but they are soldiers for information and truth, right? They don't carry weapons. And I saw that unfortunately a lot of these people are executed. Absolutely, because uh inevitably they're going to stumble in a place where they're not supposed to be, and they're going to take pictures of things that they're not supposed to take, and that's about it. And over 80% of the time nobody goes to jail for executing journalists. So it was a really, really good movie about journalists. It really was. Now let me say this. Not all The movie was surreal. I'm not going to give too many spoilers, but the movie was surreal because some states were just we're not going to participate. We're just going to stay out of it. And I could see that happening if you have certain states that the people are chill and they don't give a damn, and they're like, if y'all want to fight, y'all can fight, but we over here in our state, we're not going to fight. Just leave us alone. Like, why would you bother them if they're not going to fight? You know what I'm saying? So that was interesting. And like I said, you have to figure out the reason why the president is being uh, targeted for elimination. You have to figure this out because they really don't give you a reason why, other than the simple fact that he's in his third term, and we already know that presidents can only serve 2 terms in America. So this older black man, Sammy, right here, he's like the older wizard, older wise guy kind of character. And the story is really good. He's trying to tell these people what they shouldn't be doing. Joel Wagner Mora, he's the younger 40 something guy, and he's seen it all, he's been it all, but this is his life. And the old guy, this is his life too. Like, he says he can't quit. And they never tell you why he can't quit. But I kind of think that through all of the fighting and civil war in different states around the country, he probably lost his whole entire family. This is what I'm thinking, because they have a scene similar to The Walking Dead where there's a whole bunch of cars There's a whole bunch of cars, and you know, so it was a really, 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 really good movie. Jesse, the young journalist, begged to be taken along with them, and Lee Smith didn't want her to go, the senior female journalist played by Kirsten Dunst, because she says she's young. She's never seen the real horror of people executing people, and war, and blood and death and all of this. She's never seen this before, so she didn't want her to go along, but she managed to tag along. So this is the crew right here. And it was interesting. I had to watch it twice. I have to bring it back to my local library, but I had to watch it twice because I was looking at the tactics of the civilians, the weapons of the civilians, and it seemed like the civilians in this movie were outfitted with what did they call those things? AR-15 pistols. I think I seen a lot of that with the civilians, and I was like, why would anybody go with that? I would never go with that. I would go with a standard 16-inch barrel or a 20-inch barrel. I didn't understand that, So and then it looked like damn near everybody had expensive optics, and I'm like, I'm not trying to say civilians in 2024 are broke or whatever, but I don't know. Why would you choose, if you are in a militia, why would you choose an AR-15 pistol? It might be decent for close quarters, but you might as well go for a 16-inch barrel. Even a 20-inch barrel would give you a lot more velocity, and it's not that long. It's not that long in CQB. 20-inch, it's not. It's not. I know all about this, you know what I'm saying? So, but I rock with the 16-inch. So that was just stuff I was looking at, and Jessie was, to say that her character was a letdown towards the end. I mean, this movie's gonna shock you. It is really, if you haven't seen it, listen, I barely have time to watch movies, but I already know I'm gonna have to watch this again. No, I'm gonna have to buy it. I'm gonna have to just get on Amazon and buy it because this movie is just that damn good. It reminds me of Bushwick. It really does. You know what I'm saying? And it shows you, like, when this, or if this thing breaks down, you're gonna have some racial stuff. I'm not gonna give any spoilers. There's people is gonna be killed based upon their race. There's people is gonna be killed based upon their nationality and stuff like that. And so this thing is gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. So great movie. The director is Alex Garland, and he does not get into the politics of it. He's just trying to show you the lens of a photojournalist. That's all he's trying to do. And I would say he hit it out the ballpark. I really do. I really think this is a great movie.